We treat the calendar like an absolute law of nature, a rigid grid of days, months, and years. But the universe does not care about our schedules. The modern calendar is a mathematical interface we built to organize a chaotic reality. The core of the problem is a physical mismatch. The phenomena that define our time operate independently of one another. The Earth's rotation, the Moon's orbit, and the Earth's path around the Sun all travel at disconnected speeds. Because there is no inherent harmony between these cycles, the numbers do not divide evenly. Dividing a solar year by a lunar month results in 12.368 lunations. That fraction means a calendar of 12 lunar months falls 11.25 days short of the solar cycle every single year. Within a single human generation, that annual shortfall causes the calendar to drift out of sync with the ecological seasons. Harvest festivals originally celebrated in autumn would eventually migrate into summer, making the calendar useless for agricultural planning. Long before formal mathematics, hunter-gatherers were already engineering physical workarounds for this drift. In Aberdeenshire, Scotland, the Warren Field Monument, built around 8000 BCE, was a tool used to track the seasons and animal migrations that sustained Mesolithic communities. This diagram of Warren Field shows a 50-meter arc of 12 pits designed to mimic lunar months. Crucially, the monument is calibrated to the midwinter sunrise. By aligning to this solar event, builders could resynchronize their lunar counting with the solar year. These early humans recognized that celestial bodies were moving at different speeds. By engineering landscape-scale architecture to correct for solar drift, they ensured they could anticipate animal movements and seasonal changes with mathematical certainty. As empires grew to rely on complex agriculture, they needed a formal way to fix the 11-day shortfall. They turned to intercalibration, the insertion of a 13th leap month to force the lunar calendar back into alignment with the seasons. The breakthrough was the Metonic cycle. 19 solar years are almost exactly equal to 235 lunar months. 19 years of 12 lunar months creates a 209-day deficit. Adding 7 30-day leap months within that cycle balances the math. This rhythm kept ancient civilizations in harmony with both the moon and the sun. It remains the exact operational engine keeping the Hebrew calendar agriculturally aligned today. Ancient Egypt moved in a different direction. Because their survival depended solely on the Nile's annual flooding, they abandoned the lunar cycle and established a consistent 365-day solar calendar. Centuries later, the Roman calendar was struggling. It relied on high priests to manually add days to keep the year aligned. But these priests often manipulated the dates to extend their own political terms or delay elections. Julius Caesar overhauled the system by implementing the Julian reform. He decoupled the months from the phases of the moon and instituted an automated leap year rule to account for the fractional solar year. Caesar removed the ability of politicians to manipulate the dates. The calendar was now a fully automated instrument of the Roman state, functioning entirely independently of religious or political whim. The Julian system was a massive administrative achievement, but it contained a slight error. It assumed the year was exactly 365.25 days long, which was 11 minutes and 14 seconds too slow. This chart shows the fraction compounding. The Julian calendar accumulated 1 day of error every 100 years, drifting 10 days out of sync. Pope Gregory XIII refined the formula, canceling century leap years unless divisible by 400, extending accuracy to 1 day every 3,300 years. This mathematical tweak erased the accumulated drift and stabilized the seasons. It finalized the formula that still runs the global civil system today. The Gregorian calendar became the global standard in the 19th century because industrialization demanded it. Transcontinental trains and global trade required every city on Earth to be perfectly synchronized. But while commerce is standardized, culture is not. Billions of people still live simultaneously on the Islamic, Hebrew, and Chinese lunar rhythms, mapping their own history onto the stars in different ways. The 7-day week is the clearest sign that timekeeping is a human invention. It has zero basis in astronomical physics, yet it was locked into global law by Emperor Constantine in 321 CE. The sun, earth, and moon are blind celestial bodies governed by gravity. Our weeks, months, and leap years are mathematical architectures imposed on the void to organize a mismatched universe.